So how are you guys dealing with the heat this week? I think the feels like is only 98 today. So with the way it's been all week, that's a nice day. So I got this going for the little one. It's super cute. I don't want to, they're in there and I'm not going to show them, but it's a little bunny ice cream truck thing. And I'm having iced coffee, which if you know me, that's just wrong, but it's so hot, I'm having iced coffee. I came outside to work on this, and I think that's gonna work. So, let's see. This top part are these things bent, and that's some really strong freaking wire. Like, these were not the cheap tomato cages. So I'm going to wrap the pool noodle around that with some zip ties, if I have any left. And that should hold the weight of everything. Of course, I'm not going to be happy till it's more perfectly round, but these are kind of, just sitting on top or below, and then I'll add some of that wire. This wire has been awesome. Galvanized. Of course, I don't have it out here, but when our fence fell at the old place, that's what we used to hold it back up, because it was a postless fence. Postless. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, that's kind of the top view. So I'll have to slice the pool noodle across to go around, but that should work. Anyway, so yeah, with the heat, like, you guys can stay inside. How are your planties? How are your gardens? Freaking 100 and up. Feels like temperatures all week. My garden looks nice. So, what are we growing? Hot peppers. Peppers are finicky, but they're perennial. You can grow them like whenever. Definitely put them in some shade and keep them watered. Native plants are going to be good. Herbs, keep them in a bit of shade, like, let's see, it's almost 3 here. The only shade I get in my backyard, so there's the porch, and that's the shade from the roof overhang. That's like 3.5 feet. Yeah, like there's no trees around here. The buildings just reflect the heat. These stupid vinyl fences reflect the heat. They hold the heat in. But back to my point, if you know what you're supposed to plant, everything will be fine. Because I still see people trying to plant potatoes and tomatoes and Lord knows what else. Probably cucumbers. So yeah, I just was gonna try to see what I can, well, see from here. That's a firebush someone gave me. Firebush is gonna be great anywhere. Goldenrod, more natives. That ginger, I think, it's hard to tell, but I get a ton of that. Or shampoo ginger, that turmeric, all the rhizomus things. That is Okinawa spinach. My big clump is way in the back. Herbs are still good. Basil, I don't know how that's still surviving, probably because it's on the porch. But I have lemon basil that, reseeded from last year popping up out front. Lime basil's another one. Thai basil, probably too hot for that as well. The Monarda punctata, apparently I was saying it wrong before. It sounds ridiculous however you pronounce it, so whatever. Monarda punctator, that's what it sounds like. Holy basil is good throughout the year. I need to refresh the soil. It's low. But yeah, let's see, little quirky stem. The little frit was flying around again today, laying more eggs. Come on, get in there. Look how pretty this is. It's rare I get to see when they're open with the yellow. Cranberry hibiscus. I got a bunch of that out front. Let me see if I can get through here since I had to move everything for the little one. Oh, hey lizard, excuse me. Oops. The Lagos spinach. This is looking pretty sad a bit ago because I had just transplanted it, but it's fine. Not one of my favorite greens, but you can eat it raw, cooked. This, the water leaf Suriname spinach. It's really pretty. Kind of has like a lemony taste, I would say. Let's see if I can get over here. This is the Tindora. Oh, here we go. Look at that. They're really hard to find. Like, I knew there were flowers, but they camouflage so well. Look how cute. Can you see that? And they taste like cucumber. So, of course, now I've finished chewing. You can have the other half of this. This is what you grow. It does get crazy. I can't scooch back enough to show it. Ooh. There you go, baby. So, yeah, you can see all the little tendrils. Yummy, right? And my other cucumber alternative for this summer, salad burnet. It's so good. Like, it smells like cucumber. It's beautiful. Mulberry, something else you can grow during the summer. Red Malabar, longevity, which not technically a vining plant, but you can see it's gone all the way up. It will grow up anything. And you can dry it and make a tea with it. Chaya, this is I showed the maple leaf. This is the deep lobed one. What else? You can make a drink out of these. Spiderwort, the flowers. The bumbles love them so much, I just leave them though. Beach creeper, native, purslane, omega plant. This is really good. That will grow in the heat. There's sweet potato. You can eat the greens cooked or raw. Chief Kubo's Pride. My big one's out front. This is the one that just somehow eluded me when I was looking for it the other day. Let's see if I can get around the pool without tripping. African potato mint. Teeny tiny little potato like things. The leaves are supposedly edible. I think they're gross, but it's a good ground cover. Like, in lieu of mulch, I kind of really hate mulch. You could have a green mulch. Okay, back to over here without tripping. This coreopsis is amazing. I love yellow flowers. Collards, if you go to start them now, they're going to be very slow, but they're still growing. Perfectly happy. Peas. What was this? The Asian noodle beans. These are the red ones. I think they taste better than the green. I still have this tomato. I was thinking about ripping it out today, but it's hot. It's way too hot. Now, I had way back in this corner, I found a random tomato growing. I did put, I don't know if you can see, there's a grow bag. Oof. Okay, black grow bag. There's a tomato in there, tomato plant, and it's still, yeah, I can look at this. This is crazy. Let's see if I can get over here. I just saw, yeah, look at this. Sorry, I'm gonna go upside down. Look at that. Right there. And right there. That's crazy. Sorry, that's gonna be all wonky. I know. My phone doesn't turn automatically. Yeah, we'll see if they ripen. That's the main issue. After a certain point, like 70, 72, nighttime temperatures, they stop ripening. There's another little baby eggplant. I haven't really checked much on this. Native poinsettia, which is what all this is. Teucrium canadense. The Hummer loves these. Not native, but the Brazilian salvia. The Hummer and the Bumbles love it, and it goes just like all the way back. I was looking at how pretty it was this morning when I was watering. And these are usually never open when I do a video. That's the Obutilon. Look how beautiful. See the tiny cute little flowers? Let's see if I can get over there. Oh yeah, look. More tomatoes there. Of course I have pots all over here. Let's see if we can get a close-up. It's in focus. You see that? And then their seed pods are huge. Where is it? I don't know if you can see that green thing. And then the leaves get huge too, but they're like velvet. They're so soft. All sorts of Salvia coccinea in the back. Those are finicky, but they grow so easily, who cares? Peppers, I need to fertilize that one. That Lagos spinach looks sad. More sweet potatoes. I have sweet potatoes climbing my trellis. More red Malabar. This is loofah, which isn't doing so well. I should have had flowers by now. Probably just needs fertilizer since they're in buckets. Because they spray by the fence. I don't want poison in my food. I haven't checked on these guys either. This other eggplant, it might be a little bud. Okra and or roselle. Alright, so it's so hot, my phone shut off and stopped recording. It's like, it's too hot to take video. So, I'm pretty sure this is okra. The other day I put some in the ground, a bunch throughout here, because that tomato's gonna go. These are some of the crowder peas I put in the ground initially, and I had to replant a bunch because for some of these areas they didn't sprout, probably because of this crappy bagged soil I put in to mix. Anyway, garlic chives grow like a weed. This is my big beauty berry. Pretty sweet mint. It's my fire spike. Let's see, that's the giant Okinawa, oops, which I just cut back and used recently, so it's a little less. Katuk, pretty little wasp on the mint flowers. They love it, and it's usually covered in pollinators. And that's where I gotta turn around. Yeah, see, I put a bunch of little guys in here. That's okra for sure. Because of the lobed leaves like that. And then this is just random, that's gonna go. Carrots, new, it's either Carota, I can never remember. Got something to grow through the summer. More garlic chives, more peppers, more. Oh, I showed this before. Did not like being transplanted. Curry leaf tree, I don't know what's wrong with it. It's like stunted. This broccoli is only just now starting to bolt. When it does bolt, the flowers are yummy. I put them in salads. I will probably harvest all of this and cook it down and freeze it, because I just Just used up my last bag of frozen greens. But look, that's where it started. It leaned all the way over with all these multiple stalks. And this is growing upright out of that. And then if I were to let it, that would be growing upright out of it. Try to squeeze in here. Oh, look. Biochar. There's a local guy in Newport Richey I got this from. And it did. It seemed to help. I mean, totally unscientific of anything, but my gardens did seem to be a lot better when I used it. Rosemary actually looks good after I was afraid to up pot it, but it seems to be doing okay. More goldenrod. Oof. What is this? They're so cute. Oops. Didn't mean to break that off. That's more purslane, which is really good raw or cooked. This is not. This is an imposter. So see, those are pointy leaves and they're more flat. And these are round and look more like succulent. One's native, one's not. And I don't think the other one's edible.
Did you say purslane?
Yeah.
I want some.
Not right now. And I still have some nasturtiums. Those are edible flowers, leaves. Yeah, see, these are my big. Look how big the leaves are. But for some reason that one's stunted. That's another one I have to search for okra. Squash. I need to just pull it out already. Like, I fertilized it. I put, what was it, the cow mag on it. And like even the fruit that was on it just dropped off. So it was just taking up room. I don't know what else to put back here, but it just needs to go. There's some of my shampoo ginger I put in. So there's 1, 2, and there's one way in the back. There's a little sprout back in there. And then I think there's two more little bulbs. That's Mexican sunflower. That's more okra and roselle. And over there, random log of spinach popping up because that's what it does. It's an edible weed. These are more Crowders. Yeah, only about half popped up, but whatever. I don't know why people expect every single seed you buy to sprout. Just like these, the Mexican sunflower. I plant them usually by the handfuls and they grow. They're super finicky, like they hate being in these tiny little pots, but once I put them in the ground, they're fine. But for some reason, people have trouble getting them to grow. I don't know why. Throw them in pots, water them. I don't know. I think people overcomplicate things sometimes. They always get ugly leaves. I thought it was me until I've seen them in other people's gardens. That one doesn't look good. But anyway, yeah, I have a bunch of these to put in somewhere. Was gonna sell them, but until they're in the ground, they're like, they usually aren't happy and they look like this. But see, look how much happier that one looks. You can even see it. This is the other chaya, which I just showed. Lemongrass. Well, this is new growth. This is the sunchokes, and they were just kind of stunted, and I don't know if this is fungal or what, but new growth on it. Like, I just noticed how green they were, which is weird because we've had rain recently, and that's probably, oh, hello. That's probably what it is. I put some of the Mexican sunflower in here too. We'll see how that does. Yeah, and there's random tomatoes from the compost growing back there. But that's okay. Like, they actually look decent. There's two plants. Fire spike. Oops. I think that's it.